welcome back. So Skitten has lost her voice. So these are very, very quiet reactions. Because the thing is, I had the mic on, right? But when I talk, you still can't hear anything that she says. So the mic gotta be on, but we gotta be quiet because the game really high. So if you make a loud sound, my ears will die. Come on, I fucking deserve that one. Skitten, come on with your old ass.
Hi guys.
Okay, there we go. So here we are. Reddit, people who rage quit a job without thinking. Skitten has seen plenty of people rage quit her jobs throughout the years, and they're always hilarious to see. So let's get into this shit. Okay, I'm gonna be over here now. It's a little farther away.
Okay.
All right. Oh, it's so loud.
I tried to keep it away.
It's okay. Go ahead. Please don't. That's disgusting too.
Redditors who rage quit a job without thinking. What was the last straw? My insufferable asshole manager followed me after work to my second job because she didn't believe I had one and was just using it as an excuse to get out early. My manager at my second job said there's some crazy lady banging on the doors yelling your name. So I grabbed my uniform from my bag, opened the door, threw it in her face, and told her to fuck off. Call center, inbound sales. They told me I needed to have higher sales numbers and gave me training materials/tools to help.
Okay.
It suggested that if the customer wanted only one service we offered, that I add on other services after the call had ended and hope the customer didn't notice.
What the fuck, bro? Yo, that's illegal. You can't do that.
That's fucked up.
You got it.
I questioned this, and they said, that is how Dave has the highest sales for the past 6 months and I should follow his example.
Sir.
Yeah. No. It was a Wednesday.
No.
I got a call from my mom when I was at work to tell me that my dad took a turn for the worse and maybe
I'm gonna go with a screwdriver. You try.
A penis.
Oh, way too obvious, I think.
tell me that my dad took a turn
Maybe an egg.
A raccoon.
for the worse and maybe had a day or two left to live.
Jesus.
I immediately went to the company owner, small business, and told her the situation and I really needed to leave right away, since he lived a few hundred miles away.
Yeah.
She told me she understood, but since I was working on some important projects, I should just come in on Saturday, since he should be dead by then. I said okay, turned around, walked to my desk, deleted all my personal files from the computer, left my badge and keys on my keyboard, and walked out. Dad passed on Friday, and I turned off my phone that night until the following Wednesday or Thursday, while I spent time with my family.
So
I already hated the job and the owner for other reasons, and found a new job a few weeks later, so I can't say I regret anything.
Damn, that was a good story though. Wow, that's fucked up.
You might have to burn the building down.
Dude, I had a couple people be kind of fucked up, and my grandfather was in like a coma state for about a month or so. And there was a couple people who was like really fucked up about that type of shit. So,
Yeah.
I can relate.
You might like if something like that happens, you might just have to burn it down.
Yeah,
With the people inside of it.
that's fucked up, man.
So, the building my job was in closed down at 9 p.m. Everybody except security had to get out, so they could shut everything down. One of my supervisors, I had 8 of them, yes it was like office space, kept scheduling me until 9:30 p.m. I repeatedly brought this up at the end of the night, and was always told no, that's just a mistake, you need to leave. Fast forward 3 months, I get called into a disciplinary meeting. The reason? I kept leaving early. I had like 8 attendance points from leaving early because one of my idiot bosses, who worked in the same building and definitely should have known when it closes, couldn't figure out how to schedule. I explained my side, which is pretty fucking obvious, and they say they'll hold off on any disciplinary action while they look into it. A couple days later they told me they weren't going to remove those attendance points.
You bitch ass niggas. The whole lot of y'all some bitches. That's y'all fucking stupid bitches.
That's fucked up, dude.
That's some type of shit you gon' do, man. Dumbass manager shit.
I told them to shove it up their ass, walked out, and went to a concert with some of my, now former, co-workers. Director of a preschool I worked at pulled me into her office and literally foaming at the mouth told me I had no business going to my higher up to report suspected child abuse. Walked out, never looked back. If I'm not mistaken, the preschool is now shut down. My boss came back from his 30th smoke break that shift, saw me taking a breather after I cleaned the entire kitchen on my own, and told me to stop being so unproductive. I was working at a local bike shop at the time and had a minor-ish surgery. The shop called me and told me I needed to come in because another mechanic called in sick. They were aware of my surgery and just didn't care. I quit during that phone conversation.
Nigga, he's sick, but I had a surgery. It's literally like
Surgery.
Like, Skitten, you can't come in because you ain't got a voice. If the other girl has a surgery, I think you should expect to work. They opened up that other person's body.
But it was minor, right? You said it was a minor surgery.
I'll fuck you up, Susan.
When you asked for the PTO, though, you did mention it was
Susan,
minor.
I will fuck you up, Susan.
But I'm just.
Don't shut the fuck up, Susan. Don't you say another fucking word.
But I mean,
This is
just,
another.
he has the flu, you know?
This is the motherfucker. Fuck his flu. Better be mad cow disease up in this motherfucker. Shit.
But I'm just. He said it's coming out of both ends, you know?
Nigga,
So I feel like.
I hope my insides fall out on the floor at work. And you gotta sweep them up, Susan.
Sweep them.
Sweep them up. Sweep up my insides, bitch.
Boss
All
not
the
doing
giblets.
payroll before leaving on a business trip and leaving it to the poor office manager to tell people they weren't gonna get paid on time. I walked out of the staff meeting saying I'd be back when paychecks arrived.
I'll see you
By
later.
the time I got home I was mad enough to call my ops manager back and quit. Why didn't the boss do payroll? Stated answer was printer toner cartridge at home was empty. Guess he never heard of writing checks with a pen. I started work in a bar in town and was told to be at work at 7 p.m. for my first shift, with the manager providing me with a typed timesheet showing my new working hours.
Oh, man. If that's Vegas, man, he didn't say 7 o'clock. He said 5 o'clock. You gotta be up at 5 o'clock. I'm not saying no to the job. I'm just saying he means 5. But we won't continue.
Went home and had a cat nap. At 5 p.m. my new manager calls me asking where the hell I am and telling me I need to come in now.
I told you. Damn. That was really fucking... That was kind of creepy, actually. That was a little bit weird.
Are you psychic?
I wouldn't say psychic, but I would say a prodigy. Yeah, I would give myself a... You know...
He's psychic, yo.
I didn't say, prodigy is good enough. Maybe like a...
He can see the future.
Like a work
Get him
genius.
a crystal
You know
ball.
what I mean? A work genius. Well, it's because in Vegas, don't nothing... Like, if it's a bar, bro, people get off at like 6. You gotta be there like 5. If you get there at 7, you late, homie. Why would they even say 7? That don't make no damn sense. Right? That don't make no damn sense.
I referred him to my timesheet which stated I was to be in at 7 p.m. To which he told me the timesheet doesn't effing matter, you do what I tell you. Hearing this I politely told him that I would not be in tonight or ever. Good night and went back to my cat nap.
Hey, that's a good day. You're not even stressed. You ain't even go in. You just had a conversation. Nah, I ain't doing that, homie.
I worked for a restaurant for 2 weeks that refused to teach me anything but berated me regularly for not knowing how to do anything. One day, at the daily pre-meal meeting, my boss told me that you are complete and total shit and you'll always be shit. I waited until they got busy that night, then went the fuck home, and never came back.
That's
I
funny.
worked on a farm
That's a good
throughout
one.
high school for a very wealthy couple.
Oh, I thought he meant his own, but no, it wasn't.
The husband was a successful commercial real estate agent, and the wife trained dogs to do hunt and field tests. I primarily worked for the wife, assisting in training the dogs, But as it was a farm, I did various things for the husband as well. The husband was a raging alcoholic who would get pissed if you wouldn't share a drink with him when offered. When his wife was out of town participating in competitions with the dogs, I would have to drive over to the farm multiple times a day to feed the horses, clean out their stalls, etc, and I would often run into him. But I tried to avoid it when possible, because he made me uncomfortable. Anyway, I was like 17, and it was summer, so I accidentally slept through my 6 a.m. alarms one morning, and didn't get to the farm until around 8 to feed the horses and clean out their stalls. Not like it mattered. Horses can't tell time.
That's the funniest fucking thing I heard in my entire life. Like, you would.
Horses can't.
Nigga, the horses don't know what time it is, nigga. It's like, I didn't mean to sleep in, but like, does it really matter though?
It's like, I don't have to feed my baby. Babies can't tell time. You know?
Let me keep y'all aware, okay? Horses know when it's time to eat, bro. But his point is made. There's been plenty of times when I went down to the farm because of jet lag. I wouldn't get up till late either. You know what I mean? They'll be alright.
The husband was there and had already been drinking as I could smell it on him, and he started laying into me about being so late. He told me I was a poor white trash piece of shit, and if my parents let me oversleep for my job then they are even worse white trash pieces of shit and I won't ever amount to anything just like them, yada yada. I told him he could take care of the horse shit himself, and that I quit, and as I was leaving he was yelling at the top of his lungs that he would find me and kill me. I never went back.
You're also not dead, so looks like you won on that one.
Worked at Best Buy in high school. Some people from a different store transferred over, and one of them took over scheduling from my supervisor. She gave me a total of 10 hours.
A whole shovelful. Sorry.
It's okay.
Just taking a whole shovelful and just plopped it in his face.
I think that's shit assault. I don't think you can do that.
It was an accident.
How the fuck is that an accident?
He got in my way while I was shoveling the shit.
While you were being yelled at, you started shoveling
I don't know what
shit.
you're talking about. I didn't hear him yell at me.
Are you a white lady on the inside or something?
Some people from a
Doing my job.
different store transferred over, and one of them took over scheduling from my supervisor. She gave me a total of 10 hours a week down from my usual 30 to 40. I had to save 2 checks just to pay my shitty cheap cricket phone bill with those hours. I complained to my supervisor about her scheduling, and they raised me to about 15 hours. I couldn't understand why or what I had done to get cut so much. When my birthday came close I reminded her constantly to not schedule me that day, which shouldn't have been a problem considering my shit hours. She told me constantly not to worry. Schedule comes out and that's the one day I'm scheduled a full 8 hours.
That is fucked up.
I try to contact her, and they tell me she's on vacation and I can't change my schedule. I called to quit that same day. Then later I find out that the manager who I called when I quit had been snuggling money from the store at the moment I called her and was leaving the city. She never told anyone I called to quit.
What the fuck just happened? Is that like a bad movie scene or some shit?
That's awful.
Who's stealing from Best Buy? You robbing from Best Buy? Going from city to city?
Yeah.
Nigga, they gon' find you, bro. Best Buy has your info. You can't do shit. It better be a lot of goddamn money. They gon' find you.
Because how much money could Best Buy even have?
In the store at one
In the
time.
store.
It better be a lot. Like, even if it was like 10 G's, you still gotta get another job. That's not enough money. People be talking about stealing and shit.
100K.
That's what I'm saying. People be talking about stealing money and shit. And I'm like, but how much money did you steal to make it worth it? Because you gotta be talking like 500,000. Like, you have to work. That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's why people be, oh, I bet you stole that shit. Nigga, I didn't steal shit. You can't steal from the place you work at. That's some ignorant shit. Don't nobody do that. Every time I hear people say that shit, I'm like, you know that's a lie.
At my job, a bunch of people, before I got there, I guess a bunch of people got fired for stealing Red Bulls and bottled water.
Nigga.
You lost your job over a goddamn Red Bull.
Bro, let me tell y'all something.
You lost your job.
there are a couple things that you gonna hear that you be like, Chavez might have done some shit, but he didn't do that shit. Stealing from a job is one of them. Like, he might have, like, you know, cuss somebody out or something, you know, like that.
Punch somebody in the face.
He might have done that, maybe. Allegedly.
Had sex with a wife.
Allegedly. It's alleged. Alright. But stealing, bro, it ain't gonna be me. I ain't stealing from where I work. That shit's stupid. Anyways, y'all keep telling your stories, because I love reading the stories in these videos. So please, continue them. They're fucking great. Skitten.
Peace out, guys.
See you.